Hi.
Hi.
We're here at the We Are One Body Audio Theater Studios with Michael Thimons, who is one of the co-stars on Electron Jones. He plays Lieutenant Doyle. But today we're going to talk about The Heating Contractor, which is another full cast story that we did. It was written by Jerry Bruin Jr. And this story, you were the narrator, I believe. Is that right?
That's right.
Yes. So what was your favorite thing about this story?
I was totally caught off guard the first time I read it. I did not expect what happened.
What did happen?
Well, the heating contractor got cooked.
Oh, yeah. Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. Sorry. There's these two older people, Hans and Greta. They seem so innocent. They seem like they're always watching out for people that are going to take advantage of them with whether credit card fraud or something else. And by the end, you don't feel sorry for them at all because they are literally cooking people yearly to get them through the winter. Very creative story. Loved it.
But it's kind of like a creepy story.
It's super creepy.
It's not like nothing you want to. It's parental guidance advice. We'll put it that way. But we put it on because we think that there's some benefit in it. So what do you've written a story for us that's pretty creepy as well.
Yes.
So what do you think, if any, are the benefits to creepy stories?
Yes, I written The Cold Death, which is an extremely creepy story of a little kid who he kills people through a machine so nobody knows that it's him. And I think it has similarities with this story, The Heating Contractor, because people who you think you could trust, all of a sudden, it's what you thought was normal isn't normal anymore. And it touches something in our hearts, I think, which makes us a little uncomfortable. It's sort of like, but it's entertaining at the same time. Mm-hmm. Sort of like a roller coaster that's scary, but okay, that was exhilarating because it was.
But being uncomfortable makes you think, right? So if you're uncomfortable with something, it actually forces you to think, well, what's going on here, right?
Uh-huh.
So, I mean,
That's true.
Yeah, so actually whenever, you begin to become uncomfortable with the situation, and after the movie or audio or even book that you read and you're uncomfortable with it or what has happened in that situation, usually creepy.
Yeah.
In that case, then you'd be like, okay, well, I don't want to be like this person, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That actually reminds me, I had a nightmare earlier this week. I'm not going to go into detail of what it was, but it made me think for the first time and appreciate because it was so scary, it made it so real for me, and it made me, realize, yes, there is a lot of evil in the world.
Yeah.
And appreciate, the difficult things that people are going through, and sometimes we never know what they're going through.
Right. Good point.
So,
I mean, in your story, it's also about bullying.
Yes.
So you can kind of see the boy in your story, kind of how he got where he is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, even though it's extreme, most kids who are bullied are not going to turn into serial killers.
Yes.
However, it is kind of an interesting way to sort of follow the narrative. Well, what might happen to somebody if they were bullied incessantly?
Right. Oh, yeah.
And kind of in The Heating Contractor, it's sort of what happens if you're isolated for a long time, because the cottage is in the woods. These old people just have each other. They're not necessarily in community with anyone else. Maybe it seems like it's okay to eat people after a while. So,
right.
But maybe they got burned so many times by contractors,
That's
and they just got fed up with it and started to
So
you know what?
There's some things to think about, I think, there. For sure.
Yeah, it was just such a good story. Getting through the wording, we got to get through the winter. When you're thinking, okay, they got to get their house heated through the winter.
Nope.
But it's, just really good job by Jerry. Man, that was epic.
Yeah. Go ahead, step inside our heater. It's an oven. This looks like an oven rack.
Yeah.
Because it is.
Yep.
So were Hans and Greta, do you think that they were just the older version of Hansel and Gretel.
I think there's at least supposed to be sort of a hint of that.
Okay.
I agree.
That's my guess. I
agree.
Mm-hmm. So Hansel and Gretel, just to clarify, were they victims themselves?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, they were mistreated by their stepmother, who abandoned them in the woods, and they found this cottage who had a witch in it.
Right.
And she basically kept them prisoner, trying to fatten them up for the winter.
Yeah. Wow.
And she lured the kids by having her house. I do believe the Grimm story was made it out of bread and cakes. So the kids were hungry, so they actually, came to the house and were like, yum, yum, yum. And they were like, nibble, 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 however it says on there. Who's that nibbling on my house? And then snatch, she's got them. And I think kind of like this story here, kind of baited the contractors in by saying, hey, you know what, my heater needs to be fixed.
Right.
Come and, oh, sure, great. This
they learned from the best.
One. Yeah, the old one, the old crow.
Right.
Truly. All right. So, well, thank you for talking to us today.
It's always a pleasure to be on this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
And we'll hopefully talk to you again soon.
Okay. Talk to you again soon.